Happy Wednesday. So today's topic or theme is social media distortion, how it can either help or hurt us. This past couple of weeks, and even more specifically this week, I was just praying for something to share with you guys. And I don't know if you guys have ever been in a place where you pray about something and then you just sort of see it come up over and over and over again. That was definitely this past week where it was blaringly obvious what this topic was going to be on. So I've been struggling the past few weeks with just wanting to be a hermit, wanting to just sort of like coop up, and that's not normally my tendency, but I think because I have a few weeks left in this pregnancy, today I'm 36 weeks, it's just been a battle for me, just kind of wanting to stay inside. And anyway, this past Sunday, we went to a birthday party for one of my son's little friends, and while there, there was a young mom who had just had her baby. She has a baby girl, and she's beautiful, and she was all like curled up in, her little baby carrier, and her mom looked like perfect, the perfect little outfit, and you would pretty much never ever guess that she had just had a baby because she just looked great. And I don't know this person very well at all. I really honestly just know of anything that I know of her from her social media account. And so that's literally the basis for my comparison. It's oh wow, I look like this and I'm going through this, but she looks this way and she seems so perfect just on the basis of her social media account, right? Which sounds so silly, but how often do we do that in our lives, right? Her photos, look crisp and white, and everything's all organized and perfectly decorated, and we all know that perfection doesn't exist, but something about seeing it in picture form in these perfect little squares on Instagram, we think that somehow it does, that there's somebody out there that always talks to their kids in the perfect way and always has just the right outfit, and everything about their house is just so clean and orderly. Maybe if they don't have kids. Maybe. But there's still no such thing as perfection, right? If we don't remember anything about his life, we can certainly remember, or most of us are familiar with Teddy Roosevelt quoted as saying that comparison is the thief of all joy. And he couldn't be more right. Compare your talents, your skills, your looks, your family, your possessions to someone else that seemed to have it all together, and suddenly everything we have isn't enough. I have friends who have chosen not to partake in social media because they get too caught up in that stuff, right? They get too caught up in the game of comparison, and it may be wise for some, but if the heart issue isn't dealt with, then the issue of comparison and jealousy will manifest themselves, right? When I was leaving that party on Sunday, I got in the car and I was overcome by this just jealousy. I mean, I don't know what else to call it, because if I were to call it anything else, it would just be a euphemism for the real issue. But I just kept thinking about just how perfect she looks, and if my life was only this way, what way? I don't know her. I don't know what her life is really like. I don't know what she struggles with. I don't know what her insecurities are. I don't know any of that. I just know what I saw, and then what I could see or glean from social media. But I had to pray, earnestly for my heart, because I'm on the road and I'm driving. I don't know if you've ever been in that situation where you cannot get a single thought out of your mind and it's just on repeat. You just keep playing over the same thing over and over again. But the issue at hand, and I was very aware of it because I've been in this place before. It's not like this is the first time I've ever been jealous of somebody or somebody's life or whatever. But the issue at hand is being ungrateful for the current place that I'm in, right? So amidst the crazy thoughts that keep playing over and over again, I have to then assess my life and go, okay, Lord, I'm grateful that your timing's perfect, that my baby's going to come exactly when she needs to. Okay, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for all that you've provided in my life. And just slowly go through, okay, God, what have you done in my life? What are you calling me to be grateful for? And that, having a heart of gratitude, eliminates a lot of problems in our lives. It eliminates ungratefulness, jealousy, often anxiety or worry when we go, okay, this is God's faithfulness. This is what I can be grateful for in my life. It puts us in a different frame of mind. Proverbs 14:30 says, a peaceful heart leads to a healthy body. Jealousy is like cancer in the bones. I think the Bible has some of the best pictures for us and how things affect our lives, what even this, like how jealousy affects our lives. Think about it, like we all know somebody who's had who's had different cancers, right? And some cancers are more aggressive than others. But to think of jealousy as cancer in the bones is a very vivid picture, right? Because it is talking about something that is very aggressive, that it's going to spread to all other places, So what should be our response then to social media? How should we engage with others in social media, in the social media world, knowing that it encompasses so much of life now? The first issue, again, just to reiterate, is to focus on having a heart of gratitude daily. I've talked about, making lists before. I'm a list maker. I used to love like pen and paper, but I can't really do that with my son around because he'll just snatch it up. But having my phone and just your little notepad or whatever, just make a list. What am I grateful for today? Not just during Thanksgiving, all the time, right? The second thing is use social media to your benefit. Seek out accounts that are going to uplift and encourage and draw your focus back to the Lord. I recently started following an account called the Devo Co, I think is what it's called. Maybe I'll post like a link, on this post. But she has an incredible gift for poetry, for her devotional series, and how she quickly can just sum up like, this is what God is wanting me to encourage you with today. So seek out those kind of accounts. Like, follow the, Joanna Gaines or whoever, but also like have a good balance of like, and I mean, she's great too. I'm not saying anything is wrong with her, but just have a good balance, Don't only follow the things that are going to draw you to a place of, jealousy or, discontentment, but also have that healthy balance of like good, solid things that we can hold on to minister to us spiritually. Number 3, pray often that the Lord would give us right perspective on what we perceive as reality, right? Like we all know like what our reality is. Like I'm in my room right now, my bed's kind of a mess, I got laundry over here, I don't even know, like my life isn't perfect and I'm not even like gonna try. I wish sometimes that it was, but it doesn't exist, right? So anyway, pray that God would help you go, okay, this is my reality, like their reality might be, most likely they have a sink full of dishes. They have things that are unkempt, it's not all together, but just pray for that kind of perspective. Number 4, limit time on social media and prioritize time with family, with friends, and ultimately to whatever God's called you to. If he's called you to be a mom, remember that like all of these things take precedence before just like mindlessly spending time on social media. And every now and then I have to like take a step back and like make sure I'm logging out of my accounts and just like, okay, I'm done for the day, or whatever. I definitely don't believe that all social media is negative. That I'm using it right now. But I think it can be used definitely to uplift and encourage, sometimes more than we're even aware. So when it leads us to a place of like anxiety or depression or jealousy, it's time to take a step back. It's time to assess, what's most important in our lives. A lot of times I think we're unaware of just how much it's affecting us as we're just kind of scrolling throughout the day, right? It's an easy thing to do. And I'm fully, like, if I were to even like tell you guys how much time I spend on it in between doing daily tasks, it's, you know, it's unreal. But I just want to encourage you guys with that today. If you're in a place where everybody else's life seems perfect, I guarantee you it's not. But seek the Lord and how He can show you what to be thankful for and what things to really invest your time in. I hope that you guys have an awesome day today. I hope that you guys find ways to encourage others and to be encouraged by the Lord's word today, and that ultimately we would just be focused on the truest reality, right? Which is right before us, and eternity and all of these good things. So I love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great day today.